walk into a store, and on the shelves you see a new product, bottled air, taken fresh from the Alps, only $1.50 a bottle. Most reasonable people will walk by this, saying that's absurd. But replace air with water, and suddenly you have an industry that makes billions of dollars per year. But in the US, where we have universal access, near universal access to clean drinking water, this casual consumption of bottled water is a problem. Furthermore, when I was researching it, I found out that in many cases, there's no difference. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We'll go over the main problem with drinking bottled water casually, the differences between bottled water, the lack of difference between bottled water and tap water, and some simple alternatives. So some of you may be thinking, what's wrong with bottled water? Let me tell you a little bit about what goes into producing bottled water. First, obviously, you need to make the bottle. According to an estimate from the Pacific Institute, plastic water bottle production in the US takes up to 17 million barrels of oil a year, as cited through New Internationalist 2008. This is enough to run 100,000 cars for over a year. Then you have the added pollution from transporting that water, whether it be across country or across state, and once people have consumed the water, the bottles are thrown away. They may be recyclable, but this does not translate into them being recycled. 86% of all plastic bottles end up in landfills or as litter, according to the Container Recycling Institute, as cited through USA Today 2006. This is a lot of waste for something we can get straight from the tap. Sometimes there isn't even a difference between tap water and bottled water. Many people buy bottled water under the impression that it is safer than their tap water. In a Gallup survey from 2003, cited through Clean Water Report, when participants were asked why they drink bottled or filter their tap water, 33% cited health concerns. This mistaken belief is a direct result of misleading advertising and marketing by the bottled water industry. The last major study done on bottled water was done in 1999 by the National Resources Defense Council. They tested over 100 different brands of bottled water and found that more than a third of the samples were contaminated beyond state or industry standards. As for more recent contamination problems, in 2004, Dasani had to recall 500,000 bottles when the company tests found excessive levels of bromate, a known carcinogen in the water. That's cited through Newswire 2006. This isn't to say that tap water doesn't have its own set of problems and contamination, but bottled water is by no means immune from these problems. Overall, it is no more or no less safe than tap water. Even if our tap water is safe, the filtering process isn't always perfect. A lot of people buy bottled water simply because it tastes better than water from their tap. In the same Gallup survey cited earlier, 27% claim they buy bottled or filter for the taste. I would challenge this as well because first, many companies, bottled water companies, use tap water themselves. Dasani and Aquafina, the two leading brands in the US, both take their water from municipal tap sources. Both bottled water companies and those who manage city water will leave a certain amount of dissolved minerals in the water to give it taste. And obviously, because taste is such a personal issue, it's not surprising that we'd end up with situations where people object to the taste of their tap water. But bottled water is not the answer here either. Fortunately, there are some simple alternatives. A solution to both the problems of taste and safety is a filter for your home water. There's several different options. You can get ones that filter all of your water, ones that are faucet detachments for if you just want drinking water, or handheld filters such as the Brita pitcher. A 2007 issue of Consumer Reports lists the price range as being $20 to a little bit over $300. It's a little bit of an investment, but in the long term we'll save money and we'll have the convenience of safe, tasty water from our tap. Once we have the safe, good tasting water, we need something to carry it in. Reusable water bottles are a viable alternative to disposable bottles. Plastic is a good place to start, but think you're just limited by that. There's also several kinds of metal water bottles on the market. You can get ones made of stainless steel, made of aluminum. This is an example of an aluminum one called a SAG. It has a liner to keep any metallic taste out. They come in all different sizes, colors, and if they're taken care of properly, they last almost indefinitely. By using our own water in bottles, we can cut back on a significant amount of pollution. So I've gone over the main issue with bottled water, the reasons why it's often no different than tap, and some simple alternatives to it. So go out there and buy a reusable water bottle. Not only will you be saving the environment, but if necessary, the bottle can also be used for self-defense. Thank you.